Thank you for choosing MTG Burgeoning for your Magic the Gathering content. Give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video and consider becoming a subscriber. Doing so supports the channel and makes you eligible for our various subscriber rewards series. If you would like to support the channel further, then click the link to our Patreon page in the description below. There, you can join our ongoing Pack Wars series as a 1-month supporter or ongoing member. Or try joining Pack Wars for free by commenting on every MTG Burgeoning video in a month. We strive to offer creative rewards through our various Patreon tiers. So if Pack Wars isn't for you, then something else will be. Links to our content and various subscriber rewards series can be found in the description below. Send us an email, follow us on Twitter, follow us on Instagram. We are your channel for all things Magic.
What's up, MTG BC? That's the MTG Burgeoning community. That is why you are here right now, because you are part of this community. Unfortunately, by being part of this community and knowing what kind of video this is, as this is Tales from the Metagame, you also know that we won't be doing any deck techs, any top 10s, and no reward series today. We are just going to sit back, swap some memories, tell some stories, sort some cards, and that's what's going on today. So when we last left off, we were talking about my metagame's game variants. We left off with the direct damage game variant that we were playing. Absolutely wild, just craziness. Oh, just craziness. All right, so where we are now is we're going to talk about a little bit of how we play our commander game variant. Now, of course, this is just for the metagame. If we're going to the LGS like I talked about already in a different series, then you have to adapt to the LGS. But at home, for the at-home metagame for Commander, it's pretty similar. I mean, there's not any huge changes there. We follow the free Commander rule. The first one is free. You don't like your opening hand, you take all 7, you shuffle them up, and no big changes to that end. And there really shouldn't be. I mean, it's just the mulligan. So there's no big changes there. Mother Bear. How about that card? I love that. Exile Mother Bear. Mother Bear. Love that. Gotta love Modern Horizons. Love that set. One of my favorite sets of all time. Alright, so the biggest thing for our commander metagame is similarity to what we have for our kitchen table free-for-all. And that is when we sit down to roll to see who goes first. And if you've been following these series at home, you'll know that when we have our kitchen table melees, we take our D20s, and there are particular variants that we play that are triggered by specific rolls. Well, we also do that for our commander games too. So there are times where we sat down for a game of Commander. Everyone has their decks. Everyone's all mulliganed up and ready to play their first game of Magic or first game of Commander. We roll our D20s to see who goes first, and then suddenly we roll Arch Enemy, where we have where all the numbers on the D20 are consecutive numbers. So now everything changes. So now all of those mulligans that you were thinking were going to be, free for all, now they're not as good because, well, we're not playing free for all. Now we're playing Arch Enemy. Or if we roll, we roll the Chaos format, and playing a game of Commander Chaos, yeah, it's a long game, but oh, it's so much fun having the 200 different ways in which to interact with the Chaos rolling. I really encourage anyone to go out there, get yourself a Chaos sheet, make them up if you have to. It's really easy to do. They're all over the place. You can just check our archives for one. I put out a Chaos listing many moons ago, and it's up there, and you can check it out. Chaos Commander is awesome. It really is. It's great. So we've done that. Another interesting variant that when we're sitting down to play Commander, if we're lucky enough to accidentally roll it, is if we play Commander versus the Horde. Because suddenly, after taking all of those mulligans, now our hands are fixated on trying to stop an ever-amassing army of tokens. And when you're doing that, and you're working together, it would seem as if, that shouldn't be a problem at all. You got 3 Commander decks, 4 Commander decks, 5 Commander decks against 1 Horde token deck. No, not even close, folks, because I'm going to tell you, the Horde doesn't play like a commander deck. The Horde is coming out, and it's playing like a non-stop aggro deck. And when you're sitting there and you might have all mid-range commander decks, that game is over real quick, even with the additional life of it being a commander game. So that's definitely a tripping point. The Plane Chase commander variant is really cool too, where you get to roll and go to different planes, or if you're me, if you're your boy Burgeoning, you attempt to roll to get out of different planes, but you can never make it out. You're always stuck because you can't get that planar die to roll the way you want it to. Oh, Plane Chase. I love that variant too. And it's the same thing. It's like just like when we're playing our free-for-all metagame, it's the same thing. If we roll those variants, we are also going to play them in Commander, just like we were if it were a regular kitchen table free-for-all. It's awesome. It really is. It doesn't happen with a great deal of regularity. I mean, if we play 4 times in a month, it might happen 1 to 2 times where we'll hit one of those variants. So there is some degree of regularity, but not enough to count on it. Not enough to have a deck that you're going to sit down to play Commander with prepared for it either. Because that could be a tough out as well, because if you're preparing for one format like we're talking about right now, and suddenly a different variant comes up, or the variant that you were quote-unquote expecting to see or building to see does not come up, well, you're gonna be in for a pretty long game. And another one, let's see, so that's the Plane Chase. There have been times, this is exceedingly rare, but it has happened. It's happened a few times. It's awesome. It should be something that we should actually commit to doing, just so that we can do it more frequently. There have been times where we've sat down for a Commander game, and we've rolled our D20s, and we've played multiple variants at the same time. That is really awesome. Trying to think of what that has been like. That has been like, I want to say it was, geez, maybe it was a, trying to think, what the heck, I know that we've done it before. Was it with Arch Enemy and Horde maybe? No, that doesn't make sense because all prime numbers. What the heck was it? Oh, I'll have to talk to some of the other metagame people to see if they remember what we've done in that realm. Because I know that we've played, it's been Commander. I really want to say that it was Commander Chaos Horde. I want to say that that's what it was. And that was just out of control because we're all teaming up against the Horde. So we're all one team with all of our Commander decks. The Horde is their own team, but then there's also the Chaos version of it too. And the Chaos part says that the Horde would have to roll a Chaos roll as well. And then they have to do whatever they land on for their Chaos spells or abilities, which, let's be honest, they don't have hands, they don't have libraries, they don't gain life, so a lot of those things, they don't really help the Horde out at all. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. It was Chaos Horde Commander, because I think that's the only way it would have worked, because you would have had to have rolled Chaos numbers, everyone would have had to have rolled between 1 and 5, or 16 and 20, in addition to all of the numbers having to be prime. I think that was the only time that we've done that multiple times, and that was the only mixture of variants that we've had. But I remember that. I'm pretty sure it was really sweet. The Horde Commander Chaos. That's what it was. Horde Commander Chaos. It's that stuff that we should just, before we even pull out the decks and we go to sit down and play, we should just say, all right, let's play a game of Commander, but let's make it this kind of variant. Let's double variant with the Commander. Oh, man, that would be so awesome. Would love to do something like that. We're going to have to pitch that idea to the metagame when we can get back to regularly playing, or if we already have by the time this video is released. I'll have to let you guys know as we get closer exactly what route we take in trying to get that back up and running. That's it, folks, and I do believe that that's going to be all of the game variants that I have to share with Tales from the Metagame. So this is MTG Burgeoning. This is your channel for all things Magic.